All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dowell here. I want to talk to us about a very, very serious and sincere subject. I'm talking about debt slaves. Debt slaves. Listen to me. The only commodity that you have that is very precious and valuable in this world is time. Your time. This system that we all live in right now, and we all have grew up in and been affected by, they have figured out many creative ways to take away our time, for us to sell our time to them in order for them to profit and make gain. And the whole system is about being in debt from cradle to grave. Whole entire system, from the day you start breathing, they already got a plan, public food system, to get you in debt and keep you in debt, but they never teach you. Have you ever noticed that they never teach you financial literacy in high school or college, as far as that goes? They teach you, you want to get a car and you're in school, go get in debt. You get a job to go pay off debt. You get a family and there's no inheritance coming from any side of the family and stuff. You start off with nothing like they did, and you start off in debt. Everybody's in debt. And you go get a mortgage, which is a death pledge. Go look up the word mortgage. I learned that from Pastor Muir. A death pledge. And then if you do that and you go to school or college or something like that, you're going to be in debt. And so up until 10, 15, 20 years after you graduate, and that's not including the being in debt. Now, some people avoid debt by paying rent. And in paying rent, you don't own anything. Nothing whatsoever at all. So mind you, I'm talking about this. The whole system is designed to put you in debt. Everybody loves the quick, easy, real fast. We're the microwave generation where we want it now and we want to enjoy it now and we'll pay for it later. Only one problem: when you pay for it later, the sorrow is so real, the sorrow is so bad that you have buyer's remorse every single time that you have to write a check in order to try to keep your credit report up high enough so you can get a better interest rate for you to go out and buy more debt and get into more debt and to sell more of your time in order to get out here and hustle. And you spend very little time, if any, with what's important in life, with number one, the Most High, number two, your family, and then number three, time for yourself. Don't have time for it. Ain't got time for it, because they have learned and they have taught you how to sell your time on a daily, a weekly, a monthly, and a yearly basis. And when you die in debt to the point that even if you can't pay off all your bills, they take your assets that you would possibly could leave back to your children. And after you set up in the hospital and rack up let's say $70,000 to $350,000 worth of medical bills, they immediately go into your assets, and through probate they take everything that you got and they leave your children with nothing, and the cycle starts again and again and again. Now, mind you, if I talk like this, I never talk like this without a solution. The book teaches the borrower is a servant to the lender. The book teaches that the blessings of Yahweh is rich and addeth no sorrow. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is the lifestyle I've been showing y'all for the last 30 years. That's the solution. I don't care how many people spin it or whatever it is. You can get anybody to get offended about something. Somebody can get disgruntled. Somebody can start losing their mind. Somebody can go into depression. People can falsify information. They can lie on you, cheat and steal, but it still not stop the fact. It does not stop the fact that this lifestyle I've been putting on display for the last 30 years is the only solution, and it comes from the book. You want to be wise, listen to wise men. And I think the book had a bunch of wise men in it. And if the book says the borrower is a servant to a lender, meaning a slave to the lender, then how much do you want to borrow? How many times you want to go get off into that and become a debt pledge to the system? I talk about stuff like this from time to time. I understand that many times it's falling on deaf ears. I get it. I get it. I know everybody's not going to hear it. I know everybody's not going to hear it. And I know that there's many people out there that they're going to promise you liberty, going back to the weaker, beggarly elements of this earth. They're going to promise you liberty while they themselves are servants of corruption. They're going to be so-called restoring everybody while they put you right back the same thing that you got out of, which is the world. And you come into the faith, you learn all this, then they send you right back into the world again through offense or somebody else is bitter or envying. And then the last state of you is worse than the first. And then when the breath go out of your body, you don't even know what the world happened. You go by years and you find yourself to be right back in being a debt slave to this system. Trying to achieve something that you never could achieve by yourself. Don't care how much money you got. I hope it says something to stimulate thought, but I just gave you the truth in a true straight way. That's why the book says, come out of her, my people, and be ye separate. And that is saith the Lord. Touch not the unclean thing. Then he said he'll be your God. And you will be his people. So how many people doing that? What does that look like? Unless a man forsake all that he has, he cannot be my disciples. What does that look like? Forsake all? What does that mean? What does it mean? I mean, build new houses, plant gardens. I mean, who out there, what man out there is trying to have building skills? I've had men live on this community right here for 26 years plus, 25 years plus, and none of them, and the majority of them that have left this community, they still did not acquire any skills whatsoever at all. You know why? Because they did not have the self-drive and determination and the will, the esprit de corps to actually get things done. They depended on somebody else to do it for them. And those people invested in themselves. And no matter where they go, no matter where I go in this earth, I don't care where it is, I will always be able to, because of the wisdom of the book, start over again from scratch and still prosper. Still be able to own my own land and build my own home because I've learned the spiritual principles of Yah that I've been trying my best to give to you over these years. I also learned this: unless people are motivated about being doers of the word and not hearers, and you stop listening to all these false brethren who hold the truth in unrighteous, who lie, who cheat, who steal, who embezzle, who are frauds. I mean, man, the devil, what you're going to meet more than anything today are people who at one time used to walk with Yah. Did not the devil used to walk with Yah? And I think that's what people are missing today. Listen, be you in the faith, out of the faith, be you regular American, Israelite, Christian, or whatever it is, no matter what I just got finished saying in this video is wisdom. Apply this. The good parts of it, learn from the bad, repent and turn from it, and watch and see if Yah's work will prosper you. You just heard the truth and the true straightway. Y'all have a good night, King coming.